A very good evening. You're watching DD News Kohima with me, Sinti Rinla. A look at our top stories first. Union Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal says India-US trade deal is a significant step. Nagaland commemorates World Cancer Day with the theme United by Unique. '79 General Conference of Chakasang Students Union begins at Zuketsa. And Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju criticizes leader of the opposition for disrupting the House. Now the details. Union Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal has said that the historic India-US trade deal is a significant step towards strengthening relations between the two countries and advancing the journey of India towards Viksit Bharat by 2047. Making a statement in the Lok Sabha, Mr. Goyal said during this trade agreement, India has been able to successfully safeguard its interests in sensitive sectors, particularly agriculture and dairy. He said on 2nd February, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and US President Donald Trump held a telephonic conversation on several bilateral and global issues. Goyal said following these talks, President Trump announced a reduction in tariffs to 18% on Indian exports to the United States. He said this rate is comparatively lower than the tariffs imposed by the US on several other countries, which will enhance the competitiveness of Indian exports in the US market. Speaking about the benefits of the trade deal, Goyal said this agreement will open new opportunities for small and medium enterprises, MSMEs, skilled workers and industry. The minister informed the House that the deal was concluded after several rounds of deliberations spanning nearly a year and during which several key areas of the bilateral trade agreement were finalized. The minister said the deal reflects the deepening engagement between the world's two largest democracies. Goyal made a statement amid opposition uproar.
ऊर्जा स्रोतों में विविधता लाना हमारी इस कार्यनीति का मूल आधार है। भारत की सभी कार्रवाइयां इसी बात को ध्यान में रखकर की जाती हैं। अतः मैं माननीय सदस्यों से इन मुद्दों को समुचित दृष्टिकोण से देखने का आग्रह करता हूं।
India has joined the BRICS Center for Industrial Competencies (BCIC) to provide integrated support services to manufacturing companies and micro, small and medium enterprises across BRICS countries. India signed the BCIC at an event organized by the Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade in New Delhi. The Commerce and Industry Ministry said that the National Productivity Council (NPC) has been designated as the Indian Center for BRICS Industrial Competencies. It said that the NPC will spearhead the country's engagement with BCIC and contribute to capacity building, productivity enhancement and adoption of advanced manufacturing practices. The BCIC, launched in partnership with the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, aims to support industrial innovation, modernization and international cooperation across BRICS economies and beyond. The Nagaland Institute of Science and Technology (NIST) with population-based cancer registry Nagaland Institute of Science and Technology in collaboration with St. Joseph's College School of Sciences and the Internal Quality Assurance Cell commemorated the World Cancer Day today at the college premises. Held under the theme United by Unique, is part of a 3-year campaign 2025-2027 that focuses on people-centered cancer care and highlights that every patient's journey is unique. Dr. Vinod Khamo, Professor and Head, Health Research, Nagaland Institute of Science and Technology, Kohima, emphasized the urgent need for cancer treatment facilities in the state, particularly for those in rural areas who face challenges in accessing healthcare due to poor connectivity and low income. She said that nasopharyngeal carcinoma (NCP) is the leading cancer in the state, followed by stomach cancer, esophagus cancer and hypopharynx respectively. She said that the high prevalence of nasopharyngeal cancer in Nagaland has put the state on top of the nasopharyngeal cancer incidences in the country and second highest in the world, just next to China's Wenzhou. Dr. Vitsolo Hise, research scientist, hospital-based cancer registry, HPCR, Naga Hospital, Kohima, explained that tobacco derived from the Nicotiana tabacum or Nicotiana rustica plant contains nicotine, a psychoactive substance that causes rapid dependence.
About the cancer of nasopharynx. So this is very endemic in our state. Endemic in the Northeast and more so Nagaland. We are the leading of nasopharynx. So you can see in the male we are #1. You can look at Nagaland is on the top, okay, 14.4. Very high incidence. Female also we are here on the top. This
And 79th General Conference of the Chakasang Students Union CSU commenced at Zuketsa local ground today with Deputy Chief Minister of Nagaland Thiar Ziliang gracing the inaugural session as the chief guest. The conference, which is being held from February 3rd to 5th, is hosted by the Zuketsa Students Union under the theme Nurturing Identity Through Knowledge and Culture. The inaugural program began with a dedicatory prayer by Reverend Dr. Chekrove Cho, followed by the unveiling of the monolith. Kuthe Cho Khamo, Advisor, Civil Administration, Works Division and Taxes, attended as guest of honor. Addressing the gathering, the chief guest highlighted the role of students in preserving cultural identity while embracing education and development and urged the youth to uphold unity, discipline and responsibility in nation building.
Our students addressing social concern and contributing meaningful to development of Chakasang community. I need not go in detail. Students organizations like CSU are not only platform.
It's time now for a short break. Please stay with us.
ये देख कैसे
हैप्पी बर्थडे भाई
दिखा हाँ मेरा फेवरेट कलर
हमेशा शॉपिंग
आई नो माँ बट खर्चा करने की भी यही उम्र है राइट
सेविंग करने की भी यही उम्र है
आई नो पा सेव करो सही जगह निवेश करो रकम पर ब्याज मिलेगा जिसे फिर से निवेश करने पर ब्याज मिलता रहेगा आई नो ना आरबीआई कहता है
करो सही शुरुआत बनो फाइनेंशियली स्मार्ट
Welcome back. The union government has said that 100% ration cards have been digitized and more than 99% ration cards are linked with Aadhaar. Replying to supplementary in the Lok Sabha today, Minister of State for Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, Nimu Ben Bambania, said that the Prime Minister Narendra Modi has accorded the highest priority to food security. She informed that the central government is providing free food grains to approximately over 81 crore beneficiaries across all states and union territories under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. Bambania said that the scheme is the world's largest food security program. The minister said with the implementation of the One Nation, One Ration Card scheme, migrant workers can now lift their entitled food grains from any fair price shops across the country. Bambania said that more than 201 crore portability transactions have been recorded under the One Nation, One Ration Card. Union Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju has criticized the leader of opposition in Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi, for disrupting the proceedings of the House by not following parliamentary norms. He said that Gandhi wants to speak beyond rules on the motion of thanks on the President's address. He said that Mr. Gandhi is not only wasting the time of the House but also the time of other members who want to speak. President Draupadi Murmu, who is on a 6-day tour to Odisha and Chhattisgarh, offered prayers at the Sri Jagannath Temple in Puri this morning. During her visit, the president is scheduled to unveil the statue of eminent tribal leader Panchbir Sunaram Soren at a government girls' higher secondary school in Mahuldihi, where she will also take part in the Platinum Jubilee celebrations and interact with students and teachers. The President will inaugurate a newly constructed holiday home at Mahuldihi and offer prayers at the Purneshwar Mahadev Temple. In the afternoon, at the Rairangpur Collectorate Stadium, she will inaugurate and lay foundation stones for several development projects related to healthcare, education, sports, tribal welfare and urban infrastructure and address a public gathering. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla today paid floral tributes to former Lok Sabha Speaker M. Ananda Sayanam Ayankar on his birth anniversary at the Central Hall of Samvida Sadan. Rajya Sabha Deputy Chairman Harivansh, Members of Parliament, former Members of Parliament and Secretary General of the Lok Sabha Utpal Kumar Singh also offered floral tributes on the occasion. Ayankar was a veteran freedom fighter and a distinguished parliamentarian who played a key role in shaping India's parliamentary traditions. His legislative career spanned several important institutions, including the Central Legislative Assembly, the Constituent Assembly, the Provisional Parliament, and the first to third Lok Sabhas. When the first Lok Sabha was constituted in 1957, Ayankar was unanimously chosen as its Deputy Speaker, having earlier served as Deputy Speaker of the Constituent Assembly, Legislative and the Provisional Parliament. Following the sudden demise of the then Speaker, G.V. Mavalankar, he was unanimously elected Speaker of the Lok Sabha on March 8, 1956. He was again unanimously elected Speaker of the second Lok Sabha in 1957. President Draupadi Murmu has revoked the President's rule in Manipur with effect from today. The President's rule was imposed in Manipur on 13 February last year. The Home Ministry has issued a Gazette notification in this regard. The notification says that President Murmu has revoked a proclamation issued by her under the Article 356 of the Constitution last year in relation to the state of Manipur. Government spokesperson and Minister of Power and Parliamentary Affairs K.G. Kenya said the State Cabinet is actively pursuing several key political and policy issues with a major focus on the long-pending demand for the creation of a new entity, the Frontier Nagaland Territorial Authority (FNTA). He expressed hope that discussions held in New Delhi would lead to an announcement by the Government of India on 5th February. He was addressing the media today at Hotel Chaffel, Kohima. To effectively engage with the centre, the Cabinet has constituted a subcommittee under the Political Affairs Committee convened by the Chief Minister and comprising MPs, Deputy Chief Ministers and select ministers. The subcommittee will also take up issues related to the Free Movement Regime (FMR) and seek a review of the reimposition of the Protected Area Permit (PAP), citing its adverse impact on the state. The Cabinet has also resolved to proceed with exploration based on constitutional rights under Article 371, which safeguards land and resource ownership. The Cabinet also deliberated extensively on land holding reforms. After reviewing proposals from the Land Revenue Department, the government has decided to issue new directives to regulate land in non-cadastral and government-occupied areas. Such lands will now require proper registration, issuance of land pattas and payment of revenue, bringing them in line with other private landowners. Kenya said these decisions reflect the government's efforts to resolve long-standing issues in line with the aspirations of the people, many of which have remained unsolved for over a decade. And it's time now to look at the weather reports across Nagaland.
Kohima today recorded a maximum temperature of 21 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 6 degrees Celsius, while Dimapur had a maximum temperature of 27 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 10 degrees Celsius. Wokha experienced a maximum temperature of 23 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 9 degrees Celsius. Mokokchung had a maximum temperature of 23 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 7 degrees Celsius. Mon had a maximum temperature of 24 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 10 degrees Celsius. Towards the east, Twinsang had a maximum temperature of 19 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 4 degrees Celsius. Zinabuto had a maximum temperature of 20 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 5 degrees Celsius. Phek had a maximum temperature of 19 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 4 degrees Celsius. That's all for the weather report.
And before we close, a quick look at the top stories once more. Union Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal says India-US trade deal is a significant step. Nagaland commemorates World Cancer Day with a theme United by Unique. '79 General Conference of Chakasang Students Union begins at Zuketsa. And Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju criticizes leader of the opposition for disrupting the House. And that's a wrap for tonight. Thanks for watching. Good night.